This roofer's losing around $67,000 a year from one simple thing. The phone rings and nobody answers it. I'm gonna fix that in about 10 minutes inside an account that I'm about to log into. Then I'm going to turn around and sell it back to him for $500 a month. In the roofing industry, missed calls are among the most expensive bottlenecks, with average roof replacements ranging from $7,500 to $15,000. Missing just a few calls a week can equate to hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost revenue. Let's break down the math, because this is the part that gets business owners to actually pay attention. So we're going to come over to my calculator that I created here through this AI software that I'm going to show you guys. And we're going to put in some very, very basic business metrics. If your average roofer misses one call per day and the average roofing job is about $10,000, and out of every call that they get, they only sell about 10%. So 1 out of 10 people will actually purchase from them. That means they are losing a total of $370,000 of potential revenue every single year because of one missed call a day, conservatively at a 10% close rate, which, guys, if you are not into sales, 10% is extremely easy. Most home services close at around 30 to 50%, meaning with their close rates, they're losing up to $1.8 million a year. And honestly, for most roofers, the real number is probably way higher. But here's the mistake most agency owners make when they try to sell this stuff. They start talking about AI voice agents and LLMs and automation workflows, and the owner immediately zones out, because roofing guys don't care about AI, they care about missed money. So stop selling AI. You're selling a 24/7 receptionist that never misses a call, never calls in sick, never quits, and costs less than a part-time employee. And that's the pitch. Now let me show you how I'd actually build this thing. So I'm going to go inside of a GoHighLevel sub account, and this is for a roofing company. The one that we're working with is called Stonebridge Roofing. The owner's name is Mike. It's a pretty mid-sized operation. There's 3 crews. Average job is anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. So I open up this feature called Ask AI, and I'm going to type one prompt to create this AI receptionist. I'm going to type in, set up an AI voice agent for Stonebridge Roofing, answer inbound calls, answer common questions about our services, and book free inspections on the calendar. Use our website as the knowledge base. Transfer storm damage and emergency calls to this number. Hit enter. Ask AI is going to handle the rest like a conversation, and it's going to ask me a couple questions here. So what is the Stonebridge Roofing's website URL? We have that right here, so we're going to copy and paste that and enter it in, enter. And then which calendar should the agent use to book free inspections? I'm going to use Joe Employee's personal calendar. And then which inbound phone number should ring this agent? I'm just going to leave it blank to assign later, because this is a demo account that we're setting up. And then hit submit, and Ask AI is going to go to work for us and get this agent created. And by the way, guys, if you've never heard of GoHighLevel, that's what this software is called. There are way more things that we can do inside this software than just create AI receptionists. And so if you want to try this software out for yourself, get a full 30-day free trial. The link is in the description below. And if you comment, I will personally send you a private link to get all of my templates, my snapshots, my prompts, and access to my community, so I can actually help you get this going. And just like that, Ask AI has created the outline for this AI agent. So I'm just going to go down here and hit yes, create everything. So let's go through what it's created. We're going to come down here to AI agents, click on voice AI, hit agent list, and we're going to come over to Stonebridge Roofing Agent. Now go ahead and change this name to a human name. You don't want to use something like RoofBot 3000. Human names convert way better. You have your business name. You can change the language, whether that's English or literally any other language your AI receptionist will speak in. We have Jessica. We're going to test out her voice here.
Hey, Worldly 11 Labs friends, let's talk.
GoHighLevel uses 11 Labs for the voice, which is amazing. You can choose your LLM model. And then we have your agent's initial message, which says, thank you for calling Stonebridge Roofing. I can answer service questions, book a free inspection, or connect you with our emergency team. How can I help you today? Then hit save. Now this next part matters, because this is where most people completely screw these agents up. There are a few settings that you have to get right if you want this thing to actually sound legit. So the first thing is going to be your knowledge base. Most people just plug in the website URL and call it good. You should do that, but don't let that be the only thing that you do. Get on a quick call with the owner beforehand and ask him the top 10 questions customers ask every single day. Do you work weekends? Do you do flat roofs? Are you licensed? Do you help with insurance claims? Take those answers and manually add them into the knowledge base. That's what makes the agent sound like an actual employee instead of a chatbot. So to create a new knowledge base, come over here and hit create new. You'll get sent to this page where you can hit create knowledge base, give your knowledge base a name, hit add. Go ahead and click on this button called a web crawler, and we're going to enter a URL, and we're going to enter Stonebridge Roofing's URL, add website, and it's going to crawl through that entire website and find all of the information about about them. Now, once that's done, come back to your agent goals and you'll be able to find that knowledge base in here. And then just click on the one that you created. We're just going to put demo 2 in there just for the sake of time. And then second thing is your calendar setup. So you want to connect your calendar directly to the business owners. For roofers, I usually create an appointment type called free roof inspection, and then I add a 30-minute buffer between appointments so the owner Mike doesn't get double booked. To do that, you just come over here to calendars and you just create a new calendar. It's pretty self-explanatory. And now every inspection Sarah books automatically lands on his Google Calendar. And the last thing is going to be your guardrails. And this is really big because you need rules so the agent doesn't say something stupid. So in your prompt, I'll come in here and I'll add behavior settings. And I'll add things like, if a caller mentions storm damage or emergency repairs, immediately transfer the call. If caller asks for the owner or sounds upset, transfer the call. If the caller asks for pricing, do not give a quote, push them toward scheduling an inspection instead. That one rule alone will save you a ton of headaches. And that's basically it. So the entire thing takes maybe 8 to 10 minutes once you know what you're doing. And before this goes live, I always test it with 5 scenarios every single time. So scenario 1 is basic roofing questions. Do you guys do flat roof repair? The agent should confidently answer and then pivot into booking an appointment. Scenario 2 is a pricing trap. How much is a new roof? The agent should never spit out a random price. It should redirect into something like, pricing depends on size and condition of the roof. We offer free inspections if you'd like us to take a look. And then scenario 3 is an emergency escalation. Someone calls in and says, a tree fell on my house last night. That call should immediately transfer, no booking flow, no AI conversation, straight to a human. Scenario number 4 is kind of off-topic stuff. What's the weather like over there? If your agent starts acting like ChatGPT and is giving weather forecast, your prompt is too loose. Keep it focused on roofing. And scenario 5 is a full booking flow. I'll test the entire process from start to finish, question, answer, appointment selection, name, address. Then I'll open the calendar separately just to make sure the appointment actually landed. Once those 5 tests pass, the agent's ready to go. Now let's talk about the part that everybody actually cares about, selling this thing. And here's exactly how I would pitch this. And this is important. Do not start by showing features. Do not show dashboards. Do not start nerding out about AI. You start with pain and math. So I'd sit down with Mike and I'd say, quick question, Mike, how many calls do you think you miss every day? He'll throw out a number. Then I ask, what's your average job worth? Let's say he says $8,000. Then I ask, out of every 10 leads you actually talk to, how many become customers? He says maybe 3. Now I do the math out loud with him. 3 missed calls a day, $8,000 is your average job, 30% close rate. Go to our calculator here. That's over $2.6 million in expected revenue disappearing every single year. That is potentially $216,000 per month because nobody answered the phone. And I pause and I let it sit there. And then I pitch the solution. What I do is install a system that answers every inbound call 24/7, books inspections directly onto your calendar, and sends you a text summary so you never have to deal with voicemails again. Normally this runs about $900 a month. I'm doing a smaller beta rollout for a handful of roofers right now so I can get you in at about $500 a month, no contract, and that pricing will never change. And then ask this question to close. Would it be a bad idea to just get you set up today and test it for 30 days, absolutely free of charge? That line works ridiculously well because it lowers resistance. Most owners respond with, no, that wouldn't be a bad idea, which is basically a yes. And that's the whole business model because the real opportunity isn't one roofer, it's the next 10 roofers in that same market. Once I build this system once, I save the entire thing as a snapshot, the workflows, the AI agent, the calendar setup, guardrails, everything. Then when the next roofer signs up, I duplicate the snapshot, swap the business info, retrain the FAQs, and the whole thing is live in like 25 minutes. And that's how this turns into real recurring revenue. 10 roofers at $500 a month is $5,000 in monthly recurring revenue. 20 roofers is almost $10,000 in MRR, and 50 roofers is $25,000 a month. And your software cost barely changes. So that's why this model is so good right now. You build it once, you improve it over time, and then you just keep duplicating it into the same niche over and over again. And that's how you do this. There's no coding, no developers, no crazy startup costs, just solving an expensive problem for local businesses. The agencies crushing it right now are not smarter than everybody else. They just picked a niche, built one good system, and started selling it consistently. And that's it. So the bottleneck is usually not the software. It's whether you're willing to actually pick up the phone and go get clients. So if you want this snapshot snapshot, the actual scripts, workflows, and the extended 30-day free trial setup, hit the link below or comment Go High Level down below, and I will personally send that to you. And if you want the full prompt to create an AI receptionist that does everything I talked about in this video flawlessly, make sure you're subscribed and drop a comment down below, and I will send you that private link to that prompt that sells business owners 9 times out of 10. But that's it for today, guys. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.